guys, I'm back. Okay, get this out of my way. Oh, this thing is driving me nuts. It won't stay up. Keeps falling over. Does this thing. It wants to lay on its side. Okay. Okay, there I am. Share, already closed. Make sure it's going to my feed. Closed. I'm gonna do pumpkins tonight. Group. Okay. So, if you do not see the live button here, then you are watching the replay. So I would appreciate it if you could put hashtag replay in the comments below. Let me know that you did watch. Comment if you liked it, or if you have an idea of what to do on it some other time. We are going to do the pumpkins. These are Chocolate Tour. They are on my website, which I'm going to pin right now. Okay, so I pinned it. Okay, so that's pinned. These are wood cutouts. They are pumpkins. You get 2 in the box. You get the small one and you get the taller one. They are double-sided. Whoops, as I throw it around. 2 points. Okay, so the cutouts, or the transfers, are, so this cutout is meant to go this way, but if you turn the pumpkin over and you flip the transfer over so the sticky side is up, you can use it that way too. Or you can do what I do sometimes, and I'll just paint the whole back side and then put a saying on it. You don't necessarily have to use the transfer itself. I do like these, they have faces on them, so it's more like a Halloweenish, where the other side I could paint orange or a reddish orange or whatever and do a fall theme on it, so I could use it throughout September, October, and November. And then at Christmas time, wrong holiday, and on Halloween then turned over to the pumpkin faces. And then when Halloween is over, flip it back over to the fall. So many different things we can do. I always put this on too tight when I can't get it off. There we go. I got a little bit of water I'm going to put in here. If we can make that one. I missed that one. I'll have to pick it up later. Okay, so really thirsty tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and get these cut up. And I will be waxing these. They are wood, but I'm still going to wax no matter what. Doesn't matter if it's Chalk Couture, doesn't matter what. Wood, I always wax. Get my scissors out. These are Chalk Couture scissors. They are coated, so it keeps the adhesive part of the transfer from sticking. And they are and I like the fact that they're long. And when you go along that pre-cut area, it makes that awesome sound you hear. That way you know you're on the line that you need to be on. And then the bottom part says Jack-o'-lantern shining bright. I mean, if you were going to do this on a board, this isn't going to fit on these, but because you can do these. These are meant for our pumpkin cutouts, but you can totally put. I did last year, and I'll have to bring it out sometime. But I took a black canvas, and I took our pumpkin transfers from last year, and I did pumpkins, and it looks like they're layered. They're really cool. And then I used glitter on them, which, by the way, I'm using my glitter on this tonight. When we do the faces, I'm going to use our my glitter I got that's glow in the dark. And then tonight, when it gets dark, I'm going to put them out there. I'm going to see if that glow in the dark glitter actually works. I think I'm going to do the two. I might do the bigger, because this one will need a bigger face. So I'll do the big one on the big one, and then I think I'm going to do this one on here. We shall see. Okay, so I got them all cut up. Now let's wax our wood. As you're coming in, please say hi. Let me know that you're here so I can say hey. And then again, this is just Minwax finishing paste. Get it at Lowe's or Walmart, or I don't know if Walmart has. I think they have a different brand, but this I got it. But any kind of finishing paste, I'll be fine. Or wax, not please. And I'm just rubbing some on. And I rubbed it on the wrong side, of course. This one I rubbed the right one. Crazy me. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the business. This is Chalk Couture. This company's been in business for a little over 3 years. They just celebrated their 3rd anniversary in July. I've been with them for a year and a half. It is a DIY high-end home decor. We have transfers. We have these silkscreen transfers that are sticky like a sticker, where you lay them down, and you can use our paste. And I don't have the. You can use our paste, or you can use our ink. Okay, paste is pretty much goes on majority of anything except for um, fabric. I use ink on all fabrics. I have used paste on a pillowcase one time, and it just stood out. It was just going to be on somebody's porch, and you can't wash it, so it's going to have to be one that's just going to be out there. So if it gets dirty, you really can't wash it because the paste will come off. Ink is permanent, so you can wash them after you've inked them. Okay, I'm gonna get busy with this. I need to find my glitter. What did I do with it? Oh, found it. Right there. I should probably fuzzed it, but not all of it. With these, you've got more silk screen, and the only thing really going to be holding this on, this pumpkin, are these little tiny lines here. All this here isn't going to stick to it, so. And then we're going to put orange down here and brown on our pumpkin stem. Okay, maybe not. I thought I had ordered some. I am so not organized tonight, guys. Sorry. I thought I had ordered some orange peel, but when I look back, I hadn't, and now it's out of stock. So there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Where's my water? So maybe I can get this broken up some so we can use it. If not, I have some in a packet I can use. It's okay. So, keep going. Hi, Shannon. So, my name is Vicki, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Like I said, I've been with the company for about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half. Company's only 3 years old, so it's still in the early stages of a company. I started out as just doing it myself as a hobbyist, just making my own stuff and stuff for friends and family. And then I started posting my stuff online, and other friends that I had on there and acquaintances are like, I really like that, can you make that for me? So I ended up, it started going into more of a custom sign. So I do a lot of custom signings. I do a lot of stuff with our fonts. So that's probably why when I do my lives, I don't do a lot of fonts, because I'm doing so much with customer orders with that. But maybe one night I will actually go on and we'll do something with some fonts so you guys can see how the individual fonts are laid out and done. So as that went on, and then so that's how I've really built my business with Color Your World. And just recently I've decided to start building a team. It was never really on the top of my list. I have had other people on my team. They went on my page and they just signed up, and I tried to help them out, but they really didn't do a whole lot with them, and then they ended up not fulfilling their requirements to stay on as a designer, so now they're my customers, which is fine. I love having them as my customers. And then when you're a designer and then you don't fulfill your requirements, they will let you know in advance, like 3 or 4 weeks in advance, you know, this is how much you need to get in PV before you fall out. You won't fall out as being able to buy anything. You will fall out and you won't be able to get that 40% discount that you get as a designer. So when you're a designer, everything you buy is 40% off. So that's one way of making money too, is you can purchase stuff for people at 40% off and charge them retail. So you're getting, or if when they purchase stuff off of your website, it's 25% that you get. So either way, you're making money that way. And then when you have people under you, you obviously you make money off of them too. I just want people to enjoy this stuff as much as I do. I love this stuff. This is probably the first company that I've been with that I've been excited about being a part of. The people at home office, the home office is in Utah, and Christine, she's the owner and everything, and they're awesome. They're so energetic and so helpful, and they put out these videos, and they have training videos for us. And when we weren't able to go to Orlando for ChalkCon, and ChalkCon is the yearly get-together where you go to, you pay to go to, and it's a convention. This year we weren't able to go, obviously, because of COVID. But instead of just saying, oh, well, sorry, we can't go, we had to cancel, our company still put it on, but they did it with Zoom. So everybody got to download the Zoom app, and we had a code, and for 2 days we were able to watch everything with Zoom. They put on these little skits. Oh my gosh, it was so entertaining. So much fun. Those of us that did sign up for the convention and paid for everything, we had the option to either get our money back, or we could, what they do is keep your goodies, which is all the stuff that they were going to be giving away. We got to get those, so I got a bunch of stuff for that. I did get the money back. I paid extra to have my husband go for the banquet dinner, so I did get all that money back. And I got my money for the resort. I got that back. So that was nice, and it was hassle-free. Thank goodness. That's always a plus. So next year, our ChalkCon is in June, and it is in Tennessee. So I'm excited. Always wanted to go to Tennessee. So anyway, this is where I decided when I was watching ChalkCon, and I was watching all these designers and how excited they are when they help their downline and their uplines help them, and I'm just like, it's kind of clicked. I want to start building a team. So that's when I just started coming back on and doing my lives. I know, they are awesome, Shannon. So I started doing lives again. Didn't do a whole lot for about 3 months because my husband was on furlough. And I do my lives here in my kitchen. My kitchen is right off of my living room. There's no separation really to it. So him in there watching TV, and I can just see him like cussing at the TV about something, and that coming across on my videos. And this is my business page. So for 3.5 months, I didn't do a whole lot of videos because, you know, he was awake, but now he's back to work, and since he goes to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, he's in bed by 7:30. So this is me back to doing what I do. Last year I did a 30 days of live, so every day for 30 days I came on and did some kind of live, whether it was inking, chalking, talking about the business, whatever. There was something, and they ran anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour and a half, just depending. But I'm thinking around Christmas I'm going to start doing that again, maybe in November, because Christmas is it's the best for this company. They've got awesome transfers. I love making Christmas decor. Last year I made these door tags. They were so awesome. So, and then we've got some new Christmas transfers coming out again soon. I can remember exactly when those are coming out. It's called our Sweet. We have those, so the new catalog comes out, and it has some fall, and it has Halloween, and it has some Christmas. But then we have what we call a Sweet release, and they come out with, these are going to be all like Christmas transfers. So, that'll be fun. I can't wait. So anyway, I'm rambling again, so. Well, I got this somewhat. It's still a little thick, but it's a lot better than it was. It was like chunks of chalk in there. So, again, if your chalk gets dry, like this was, it was like hard dry. Technically, I would take some distilled water, put it in like a little glass jar or whatever, put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds or whatever, so it's not boiling, but it's hot. And I would dump it in here, put the lid on top. Christmas is my favorite too, Halloween being second, but Christmas is my favorite. So then they put the lid on it, and I will let it sit for a little bit, and that hot and steam will help soften that chalk up, and it's so much better. But sometimes it's hard to get the lumps out, so it kind of looks like cottage cheese sometimes, but it's still usable. It's still usable. You don't want to waste any that you don't have to. A while back, I had some. I have no idea what happened because I use distilled water always. But I opened it up, and it was one that I'd had from last summer. Apparently I hadn't opened it in a while. But I opened it up, and of course it was probably one of my favorite colors, green, which is one of my favorite colors. It was like a lighter color green, but it looked like a petri dish. It had mold all over it. It did. It looked like a petri dish. I'm like, it went in the garbage. I'm not even going to mess with that. I have no idea what happened. The only thing I can think of is I might not have gotten the lid closed enough, and air actually got into it, and that can... So... But that's the only one I've ever had mold on, so I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what went wrong there. But of course it has to be one of your favorite colors, right? And then colors that are deleted or discontinued, so you can't get them. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this on here. I think I've got it softened up enough. And I need to get my brown for here. We were at the coast this weekend for our anniversary, but they have a Joann's Fabrics there at Lincoln City, Oregon. And I'd always stop in there on my way out of town. I always make my husband, he sits in the car and I go in and shop. Normally I just buy a few things. Though this time I went in and this whole bag has got stuff in it. I went crazy. It's hard to go shopping because I have to wear a mask. I have asthma, so it's really hard for me. So I don't normally shop. All my stuff I either run into the Dollar Tree and get, or I get offline. I always buy it offline. Most of my shopping is done online anymore. But I sucked it up and went in and got a little crazy. But there's a lot of pumpkins and fall stuff in there, so we will have a lot of crafting to do. Maybe if I can find my brown. I don't think purple's going there. Okay, hold on. Hi, Lorraine. On most of my colors I've gone through and I've used my label maker and put the color on, but I've got so many new ones that I haven't done that with, so I really need to do that so I know what I'm looking at when I look at it. no idea where my brown is. Found it. It's called Bark. And no, I don't have it marked, so there you go. And that's another downfall of having way too many pastes. But I like having all the colors. Okay. So again, we're just going to run it down. Shannon, when you get your starter kit, when you get your Try Me kit, it'll have packets of paste. Just remember to kind of knead them and mush them up before you open them up. That's like the same as stirring it. You want to make sure they get all blended together. Now I'm kind of holding, because this isn't stuck to anything, so that silk screen is like lifting up. And you got to be careful because it can cause like a bubble in there. I'm going to put my arm over there. Sorry, I want to hold this end down. And then with the stem here, since it's small or it's narrow, I have taken, one of our squeegees and cut it down to little narrow ones for those areas that I really need to get in tight spots. Okay, here we go. I'm going to dry this really quick. Put that over there. Where'd my heat gun go? It's on the... Oh, there it is. Plug it in. I know, it's so cute. You know, even after a year and a half, it's still, I'm always got that oh factor every time I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. And another tip too is if you guys ever use a heat gun like this is an embossing heat gun, and they get really hot, Don't get so close to your thing because you can burn the paste. You just want the hot air to dry it, so keep it like moving all the time. And do not get it near these because it will melt them. So I'm just going to stick this back on here, and then when we're done I will take these over to my sink and wash them out. Again, these transfers, you just wash them out with water. Do not use soap. Just take them, put them under the water, use a paper towel or whatever you have. You can clean them out. If you have a Mr. Clean eraser, you can use that. Don't scrub because you can stretch the silk screen, so you just want to be careful there. Just enough to rub that once it gets wet, and it'll just rinse away. Then you're going to flip it over. You're going to take this. When we're done here, I'll show you, but we're going to take a paper towel, and you're going to flip this so the sticky side is up, and then take another paper towel and wipe all that water off the sticky side. And then you need to let it air dry for a little bit to so you can put it back on the backer. Oh, we need to put our face on here. So let me close this stuff up so it doesn't dry out any more than it already is. Okay, and then we are going to use this. I need to. Okay, so. I'm going to take that out somehow. There we go. Okay. So let's put our facey face on here. And we're going to fuzz this one so it doesn't stick to the paste and rip it up. Hi, Christina. Or Christine. Why do I want to call you Christina every dang time? Someday I'm going to get your name right. I have so many Christines, Christinas, Chris. Okay, good enough. Okay, so there's a line that goes down the pumpkin, and I kind of used it for my center point for his tooth and his nose there. And then we are going to use the black. I don't want to use the shimmer black. I want to use black. You guys are going to spend your whole night watching me trying to find my paste. Black. Right on top where, I wouldn't have never looked. Okay. So, when we do a glitter, we throw the paste down on here, pull it up, pull the transfer off really quick, and then we just put the glitter on, layer it on as thick as we can, let it sit so it'll dry. You can kind of pat it in there too a little bit, and then when it's done, we will put the rest on like a piece of paper, and then I will put it all back, I didn't use back in here. And then when it gets dark tonight, I will take a picture and hopefully it'll show up. Hopefully. It says it glows in the dark, so it better glow in the dark. Okay, so I'm going to use our small squeegee. Again, we have small squeegees, which is this size, and we have mini, which is, yeah, shorter and about a little over a half wide, what that is, so. Okay, let's get my black paste out of the way so I don't dump a bunch of glitter in it. Pull that up. There. And don't worry about getting too much on there because you're going to put it back on a piece of paper and just put what you don't use back in your jar. I'm going to put that back in there. Let me find a piece of paper now. It's my insurance one. I probably shouldn't use that. So I usually just get a piece of copier paper. Maybe. And then I fold it in half. So that way when I dump it on there and I can take it and it'll funnel it right into the jar. So I'm just going to pat this down a little, make sure it gets down in there. And now I have glow-in-the-dark glitter on me. And then I have this little brush. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's a makeup brush. And then I just take it and I kind of just wipe off around the edges where it doesn't want to come off. You can also use canned air if you have it. So this is what we have. So I will obviously have to wait till darkness comes to see if it glows. And then we're going to do the big pumpkin tonight too, so. I'm going to have to spend some time. I can see there's, and if I don't get him off, then he's going to look like he has freckles when he glows. Yeah, I do too. I plan to use some, I know we have the frost paste. It's like a shimmer white. It's been out of stock. I'm hoping it comes in back, but if it doesn't, then I think I might, on like snowflakes and stuff at Christmas time, we can use this too. I mean, I also have just plain iridescent one too, but I think glow in the dark much better. Okay, so also have this wonderful little thing. This is, I call her Pollyanna. She's just a ladybug, and she's a desktop vacuum. So when I do glitter and I get it everywhere, she gets rid of it for me. I love her. So, oops, that's it. Okay, so I just stuck my transfer to itself, so don't panic. Go very slowly. And then if you can't get it off, because a lot of times, this one's coming off fairly easy. A lot of times, like bigger transfers, some of them, they're like a death grip. Do not pull and tug on it. Take it over to your sink, run warm water on it, and very slowly It takes a while, but very slowly, because if you don't, you're going to distort your transfer. You're going to distort the silk screen and ruin the transfer. Where did I get what, Christine? The ladybug? And I think for this one we're going to use a little bit of orange, but I think we're going to use a little papaya with it, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Okay, yeah, the ladybug I got off Amazon. I just go under, look up desktop vacuums. And they have all different kinds. They have animal, like bugs like that. They have, I think they have even have some Star Wars ones and things like that. So this one I won. It's another thing was with your uplines and you they have contests all the time. I won that in a contest, and I also won this mini heat press from Cricut in a contest. So they have incentives. This company does. So your uplines. So you have the person that you're signed up under, but you also have the people that they're signed up under, and they're signed up. So you have all these different uplines that you can win things from, and you get help from. So I get a lot of my ideas from other designers, because I'm creative, but I'm not that crafty sometimes, and I think, oh, why didn't I think of that? Should have thought of that. Ugh. So again, these transfers, like I said, they are this don't really stick to them a lot, because all I have is these little bit of green that's sticking to it. So you have to be careful when you're putting your paste on. You always want to start. I slide it all over. Always start in the center. That way it holds that down from the center. Or if I started here and came down, it would shift and do all this weird stuff. And then I go to push it down and it moves. Okay. But yeah, I won the ladybug. Go back up. I did win the ladybug, but when I won them, and the person that the team that I won it from, the lady that I won it from, she's like, she had me go to Amazon and pick out the one that I wanted. So it wasn't like she just sent me. I got to pick out the actual style that I wanted, and there were so many to choose from, and I really had a hard time picking. But I really like ladybug, so. Okay, so let me get going here. My orange open. Again, I'll start in the center. Wants to move. Stop moving. Okay, let me get some of this going too. And I'm going to pull some of this out. Oops. And I'm just going to wipe some over the top of that orangey orange, so So hopefully this doesn't come out ugly. That would suck. But you never know till you try it, right? Oh, crud. Okay. Some of that on. I'll hold this down so it won't move around. Okay, guys. That wiped up. And then let's do a little bit of our stem here. Again, a little short stubby one. Some brown that I didn't bother to even stir up. Okay, here we go. I'll hold it up here in a second. I'm going to dry it because it's got some thicker areas in it. This one kind of looks like it's been distressed because it's got like clumpy areas or areas that kind of pulled up. Okay, let me close this up. Okay. And then we're going to fuzz this one because it's going on top of the chalk. You guys still with me? Okay. Go ahead and take your meds. I need to take mine when I'm done too. I went to the doctor on Thursday, and apparently I have restless leg syndrome, and so it gave me pills for that. And last night was probably the first night I actually went to sleep without moving around 50 million times. So I never realized I didn't even think about it. Okay, here we go. Ew, I got it all over my fingies. Messy crafter. Stick my wedding ring in there too. Okay, so we're gonna dump this on. I better open this up. I'm gonna close this up. Ugh. What do I do with my paper? There it is. And I just kind of very lightly tap it down, just so it kind of gets down in that paste. Just put back in here. Okay. Awesome. The fan just blew that on the floor, so I'm going to show I have glitter everywhere now. Ooh. Take my little... Oh, everything's going on the floor. And if you tilt it towards the light, you can see where the ones that shouldn't be there are. And it's always, the best thing to use is canned air. I just don't happen to have any on hand. I always forget to buy some when I'm at the store. But since I don't go to the store much anymore, why? So, here's this one. So, there we go. So, I will take a picture of these when it gets dark. And then we'll see if they glow. And then we will also, next time we'll turn them over and we will paint them with a fall color, or we might use one of our fall color chalks to paint, and then we'll put some kind of fall saying on there. And that way we'll have two holidays we can. I'm gonna zip this up. Okay, I was going to show you really quick how to clean these off. And since I have all my transfers on the floor now, so we'll start with this one. I'm going to flip it so the sticky side is up. Now, normally I would take this to the sink and wash it off, but I can show you how to do it really quickly here. And of course I don't have my board eraser with me. This is my board eraser. Like I said, it's just a hockey puck looking Mr. Clean type. The Mr. Clean has chemicals on it. This doesn't. But you can use Mr. Clean. You can use paper towels. Ooh. No. That was awful. Sorry. Okay. So, just that quickly. Yeah, and then all you use is water and a board eraser or a paper towel, whatever you have, and it's all cleaned and ready to go. Hi, Miss Dawn. So, easy. I'm making a mess here, so. So, a little water, a little elbow grease, you're good. Oh. It helps if you clean out. Normally I would have this at the sink, or I'd have my tub of water and I'd clean that out. Let me clean this out. There we go, much better. So, I'll clean. So, you guys have a wonderful night, and tomorrow, I'm hoping to be on tomorrow. We'll see. Depends on what, because hubby doesn't work on Wednesday, so I don't know. We'll see. He goes to bed early. I'm thinking I'm going to do a pillowcase. I have the ABCD, the alphabet one I'm going to put on a pillowcase, so we will ink a pillowcase. Okay, so you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you, Shannon, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully. God bless. Be safe. Bye.